Alright, so we finally have the translations for the new Super Dragon Ball Heroes manga chapter. Now we can understand the dialogue and see what's really going on in this chapter. There's still no word on when the actual promotional anime episode 43 is coming out. I want to go ahead and get that out there. Should be soon since this movie didn't already came out. So let's go ahead and get straight into this video right after this intro. Now this video's coming shout out go to Whoa for saying sud because you got style to this info. Now if you want to be shouted out in the next video, all you have to do is watch this video to the very end. Of course being subscribed to the channel and leaving a like, but most importantly, leaving a nice comment for me to read. Now the caption at the beginning of this manga chapter says, if you lose, your space-time disappears. Worst crisis in Super Dragon Ball Heroes history. Now of course it opens up with the time scrolls being burned and people are now starting to get concerned. Goten and Trunks gasp at how she can actually erase all those people like that. Io, she just responds by saying this was the fate of those histories. That's all. Now of course Trunks being Trunks, he attacks, transforms into Super Saiyan God and attacks without any plan, saying who gives you the right to decide these lives of the people living in these histories. Kinda sound like something he said to Murasamasu. And Io's looking at the attack coming towards her, just said that's because I'm the Supreme Kai of Time. Now this is when the whole attack disappears and everybody's trying to figure out what just happened, but not only did the attack disappear, Trunks disappears as well. So all the remaining teams are panicking and they were like, it was her, Ios, she even erased Trunks. Everybody thinks they're being erased. The Time Controller version of Gohan says, but that's weird, it should only be one Supreme Kai of Time no matter how many histories there are. And this is when Ios reveals that she is the former Supreme Kai of Time to be exact. But it seems like it was too early to put her in charge of time after all. Also to herself that when the eventual time comes for the true history to be decided, she is going to reclaim the title of the Supreme Kai of Time. Goten and Pan, they rebut what she's saying, which Ios just says don't measure things by mortal standards. To maintain the balance of time, they had to disappear. This is when everybody formulates attacks. I do want to go ahead and point out what Heart's saying. As he formulates his attack, he says, this is why I hate the gods. Now of course this is when the attack hits and there is a cloud of smoke, but out of that smoke there are 4 hooded warriors, which we know their identity to 2 of them, which is Bardock as well as Future Gohan. One of the other ones is green, which we know is a Namekian. And the 4th one we still just don't know confirmatively who that is. Of course this is when Goku makes eye contact with Bardock and actually recognize him from the previous arc. Now Ios, looking down at the time controllers, she offsets them by saying that they're very rebellious and insolent, as she made them disappear as well. Noticing that the whole platform of Xano Warriors or time controllers have vanished, Golden Frieza chimes in that Hearts disappears off his team as well. That's because he actually defied a god. As Cumber turns around and looks at Golden Frieza, Golden Frieza says, oh, excuse me, are you a friend of his? That's when Cumber disappears as well. As Frieza is puzzled on why they disappear, he disappears as well. Our Goku chimes in that they all are disappearing and that girl is very dangerous to him. That's when he disappears. Meanwhile, Yamcha is freaking out, realizing that even Piccolo and Gohan has even disappeared off his own team. He looks out at Jiren and Jiren's disappearing as well. Looking at all the platforms, he sees he is the only one left. And out loud that he needs to run, but there's nowhere to run. And at this point, Ios just finds this very funny, and he is not. Begging and pleading her not to erase him, but she says she was just kidding, she was just messing around. What she did was, when she froze time, she sent everybody to the 2nd round. Looking to Yamcha, she says, well, give it your best in order to survive, as she sends him to the 2nd round as well. Now, like I said in my previous videos, Yamcha was transported to this place full of crystals, and it immediately reminded me of lags. This is when the announcer pops in, saying he already explained the rules to the others. The rules for the 2nd round of the Super Space Time Tournament are the same as the 1st round. Defeat your opponent's teams and survive, or capture the time fairy in one of the arenas. This surprises Yamcha. Says, really? We just have to capture the time period again this time? Yamcha then says, then again, maybe I'll be the hero who leads the team to victory. As the announcer says, I don't know about that. This time, the fairy is being held by one of the warriors in black. Now, according to what I'm reading right here, it looks like it's only one time fairy this time in the second round, and one of the hooded warriors, which is out of 4 of them, has it. And the announcer explains these hooded warriors, saying that these are the 4 elites chosen by Lady Ios. Furthermore, they were given an unimaginable power by Dark Shenron, so it won't be easy to beat them. Where Yamcha is smiling but sweating profusely, saying dark. Like, really, a Dark Shenron? But I will leave a video posted in the description as well as the pinned comment. There was a bonus chapter that released before this even came out. It showed how Bardock, one of the hooded warriors, had used the Dark Star Dragon Balls to go ahead and wish for new strength. Yamcha, hearing all this, decides he wants to go ahead and meet up with his teammates. Area 1 seems to be Namek. There is already a fight currently going on between Dr. W as well as Xeno Goku and Xeno Vegeta. Even though to me this fight is not really that important, but Vegeta recognizes that this is Dr. W in a cyborg-like form. This is when he tells Kakarot to stay out the way. He's gonna go ahead and beat him by himself as he transforms into Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4. Area 2 seems to be a place similar to the future timeline that Trunks and future Gohan came from. Now, as Trunks is walking through the ruins, he says to himself he needs to get out of this tournament as soon as possible to get back the scroll of time stolen by Ios. I'm sure Lady Supreme Cop Time will do something about the erased histories. But this is when he is suddenly attacked by somebody, a warrior in black. As he narrowly gets out the way, he says, "Huh? You? Don't tell me you are." As the caption reads, Team 2 Trunks Zeno versus future warrior in black. The ending note says 2 people who were not supposed to cross paths. And that's the end of this manga chapter. Let me know what you guys think. There's only one time theory, and it's being held by one of the warriors in black. That means out of these 3 teams, only one can survive. In some of the trailers, we did see an all-out war. I'm pretty sure this is not going to finish. The tournament is not going to finish. They're eventually going to team up and have to find a way to defeat Ios and those hoodie warriors in black. As I said in the beginning of this video, I don't know when promotional anime episode 43 is coming out, but as soon as I know that information, I will make a video about it. So make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and turn on those post notifications. That way you can be reminded every time I upload a new video. And I'll see you guys in the next one.